Hey everybody, Z. Hope everybody's good. I'm sorry for the little bit of the noise background, the AC running. It is hot as ass outside. Hey, check this out. So here's my dashboard cam. If you can see this, my little gauges here. 111 degrees. Holy shit, it's not even freaking June yet. Anyway, we had some work to do on the job site today so the guys can get off for tomorrow. And anyway, and I wanted to get a kind of a private place to shoot this video, and the truck ends up being a nice little sound box. Okay, today's video title should stir some shit up. The curse of Christianity and the lie of revelation and the rapture, and there's something the Jesus Psy-op. So I'm not sure how I'm going to title it, but let's just get into this. You know, just backing it up, going through my deconstruction process of being in church my whole life, my whole family being in the ministry, everybody I know is in church, every friend I have, and stepping out of this thing was a painful process for me. But coming to know the truth, it's, you know, these last few steps have been tough because you've gone through this deconstruction process of saying one of the steps along the way is, oh, the church was taken over or Christianity was hijacked. No, Christianity is, if I could put a definition to it now, Christianity is a military grade. It's a military psyop is what it is. And I'm going to explain it to you here. Before I get into that, I use my life as an example, and I've had a lot of experiences in my life, and one of them, as I mentioned before, was being in the hotel business and being with my family developing hotels. I learned something a long time ago. We would buy hotels and sell them. Some we would keep a very long time, and we put our heart and everything we had into these properties. I would go through sometimes as much as a year and not pay myself, just put everything, repatriate everything back into the company, and because, you know, one day hopefully you'll be able to sell it and you'll be able to reap some of your, you know, get something back for your hard work. Having said that, so most of the time when these sales happen, you don't have the property for sale. There'll be some person will come along and make you the offer, the one that you can't refuse. And so a lot happens in this period. This is so crucial, what I'm going to tell you, and how this can apply to all of us. When a buyer comes in and they throw you a huge ass offer, let's say $5 million, and you're like, shit, that's 3 times what it's worth or whatever. And so you accept the deal, and they come with a contract, and they got some serious downstroke cash money. It's put in escrow, and they go into what is called their due diligence period. And you know it's a secure deal. The company's going to get it. They got a track record of buying. They got loaded with cash, and these people don't back out. And during this due diligence period, something takes place. And we've learned this through experience, that you do not let off the gas pedal. You keep moving on as if that sale doesn't exist. It's not even there. Just pretend it doesn't exist. Because what will happen is this: you'll start spending that money. You'll go, fuck, I'm gonna have a $2 million profit. You're like, you know, I can finally buy that boat I wanted. Shit, the boat show's coming up in, say, October in Fort Lauderdale, and there's a boat there I want, and I need to go ahead and pull the hammer on it. And you do, and you take away some of your savings, your crucial savings, and you go and spring for it, and you buy this boat or this car or this property or whatever it is, because your mind's already spending that money. And then you do something else really stupid. In the old days when we were in the hotel business, in all businesses, we had a lot of advertising we'd have to purchase for the upcoming year. Back before the internet, we would have to buy these advertising a year in advance sometimes. AAA and these big ads, these big publications were annual publications that came out. And this is something we had to do way in advance. And we would spend big money on these ads, $15,000, $20,000, $25,000. Back in the 80s, that's a lot of money. But we knew we had to do it. So we had to have that money a year in advance before we would even see a return on it. And we'd have to rent a shitload of rooms just to break even, but it was something that we would do. So in this process of due diligence, you say, wow, my ad's coming up. I'm just basically throwing the 25 grand away because the property's going to sell. The new owner's coming in. They're going to turn it into some other type of operation. So it's wasted money anyway, so you don't buy the ad. And then all the renovations and repairs that you were going to do during the property, you decided, not to do them. Well, I'm gonna put that cash back in my pocket. And you do really stupid shit like not keep your power levels up, if you know what that is. And just an insider just shares with you. In the hotel business, you have beds and you have towels. So you have what you call one set for every bed and every room to be stocked in that hotel. That's par level 1. Par level 2 is you double it. So you have one set on the beds in the rooms and one set on all of your maid's carts. But you got to maintain a level 3 because while one's in the room and one's on the cart, you need one in the washing machine to keep that cycle going. So on massive checkout days, you're not sitting there, can't rent rooms till 7 o'clock at night waiting for laundry to get done. So these are it's just an example of maintaining your life or your business until this, you have to do this. So then we do something really stupid and go tell our key employees, our managers, hey, look, the hotel's for sale. We want to give you a heads up. We'll be closing in 2 months. And they're going to bring their own team in, and we won't give you time to go find new employment. We'll help you and so forth. And you do all these fucking stupid things. And you get to the closing table and they pull a Donald Trump on your ass, and they've got all this shit that they're not going to agree to now, and or they just back out of the deal. And you are totally fucked. Because you don't have ads running for next year. You're going to lose fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue up for the next 12 to 18 months. You didn't make your repairs. You spent your reserves, and now you're in deep fucking trouble. How does that relate to this whole thing of the rapture and so forth? It relates to this. We are told by these assholes in church, these salesmen that work for, these Archon salesmen working for the enemy, that, hey, it's already a done deal. Superman's going to fly back on his fucking white horse with a sword. He's going to slaughter the whole world. And vengeance is mine, says the Lord. You don't do anything. You sit in here, you pay your fucking tithe, pay your taxes, go to work, do whatever. Don't worry about it. He's coming. It's a done deal. He's going to fucking save the whole fucking world. Vengeance is his. And you're like, oh, wow, it's already done. It's a done deal. Jesus is going to return and rapture our asses back to this imaginary fairy tale fucking heaven place. And so you sit, and it's all the Christians do, the fucking 1 billion of them, like today on Sunday, that are sitting in their churches listening to this horse shit. They have neutralized you, cut all the men's balls off, shut your fucking brain down, and you're sitting and waiting for fucking pedo Jesus, fucking fruitcake, to come flying back on his horse wearing a dress, and he's going to save the whole world. Meanwhile, this enemy has been racking everything up and putting this grid in place to take all of our asses out. And now by the time we wake up and realize Jesus ain't fucking returning, we're in deep goddamn trouble. It's a military psyop. When I first started running this thing, remember I pushed this all the way through. The 3 M's. Why is it the masonry is connected to the military and the ministry? 2 things they needed. They needed control of the religion, which is a military tactic of divide, conquer, and take over. Neutralize and take over. Christianity is, and Jesus and the salvation thing is a big goddamn fucking psyop. It's a military Masonic psyop to take everything over. So this enemy comes in and fucking takes us down. God damn, that's how fucking stupid we bought into this shit. So back to my jiu-jitsu analogy, they got a finishing move on us. Oh yeah, big time. But I do have a little surprise, because I don't do anything I don't give a fucking remedy to. You know how I am now. Something very important that I want to put into this. I'm doing the video on Hypatia and the burning of the libraries in Alexandria. It is heavy. I mean, this is I've gotten choked up 2 or 3 times doing it. Anyway, our forefathers, and you're going to learn our true history of who we really are, being the Gnostics and the Cathars and the Telestes, those who came before us. And by the way, I'll give you a couple insights here. It wasn't 2,000 years ago. It was a fucking few hundred years ago, at best. This whole fucking, it was 2,000 years ago. This shit, we ain't been here a few hundred years since you're gonna fucking shit when you see this. But they did something very, very smart. They had the ability to foresee this. I struggled with this. If the Gnostics were so smart and we knew then how come we couldn't see this shit coming? And how come they came in, and when I show you the slaughter they did of our parents and our family, you think I get hot. Wait till you see this. But I question it. How could we be so stupid? If we were so smart, why and how did we allow this to happen? And I've learned something, and this is a big surprise. They set a trap for us, but what they didn't realize is the trap was set for them. Yeah. And we talked about this before. To allow them to pull all this shit off against us, so we hold that fucking lien on them for damages against us and the criminal acts they perpetrated against us, the higher realm beings. So they think that they have got this shit on lockdown, and they do. But there's a big fucking surprise coming. See, they did something, and I'm going to go ahead and let you in on this. And I think you'll have the ability to pick this up. They did something in reverse on them. You know how their inversion, they're a victim of their own fucking inversion. So they roll out the Christ, right? And then create this whole Antichrist thing. Oh, the Antichrist is coming. Well, it was reversed. You see, the Antichrist came first. Jesus is the Antichrist. We're the Christ, and we're coming for your asses now, because we know who we are now. Ass whooping is on the way, you apron wearing bunch of fruitcakes. You got your shit coming to you. And I will share something else with you too. This is so fucking cool. So Hasatan, Satan. We know that Satan just means adversary. So we now know that the God of the Bible is a complete psychopathic fuck off. And he talks about Satan in there. Well, if Satan is his adversary, who would his adversary be? You know what that makes us? His Satan. Hail Satan. First I was whispering it. But we're Satan to him. We are Satan. We are his adversary. So you know what? I fucking kind of like it a little bit. Living a whole life as Mr. Goody Boy, going to church, reading my Bible, and all that shit. I'm really enjoying being the bad boy now. It's kind of fun. It's exciting. Anyway, it's a psyop that's been put against us. But in the very end, when they got that Mate Leon, when he's got you in that rear naked choke with a full body triangle and the fucking lights are going out in your head, there's a reversal coming for their ass. It was a trap that was set for us to catch them. But we have to wake the fuck up. The Jesus thing, this whole thing is it's a military psychological psyop. Jesus, Yeshua, the child trafficking fruitcake, the whole thing was a control mechanism. It's a psychological psyop to shut us down. That's why they had to have control of the military and they had to have control of the ministry. Those three go together. Anyway, I had some notes because there was some real funny shit I wanted to share with you on this, but I don't know. I can't even read my own handwriting. Oh, you remember in the movie Gladiator, when Maximus is in there with Marcus Aurelius, who, by the way, if you have not listened to the memoirs of Marcus Aurelius, fucking go. It's right here on this platform. It is amazing. This dude was so cool. But you remember Maximus saying how fond he was of Marcus Aurelius, and then shows up in the middle of this fucking battle. Commodus, whatever his name was, the kid, he shows up when the battle's over. He's like, hey, I guess I'm late to the fight. Ha ha ha, did we win? And Maximus is like, you're such a fuck off. You know, where the fuck have you been? So that's what I'm going to say if at the end of this thing, Mr. Jesus shows up. Big Z, what would you do if Jesus really did show up at the end of the whole thing? What would you say to him? I would say, well, so nice of you to finally show up, fuck off. Where the hell have you been? You weren't here for all the World War, World War II. You weren't here for all this shit, but you're going to roll your happy ass in here now? What, did your horse get a bad shoe, a flat tire? Did you run out of gas or oxygen on your fucking magical mystery ride into here? Were you too busy to do anything? You know what? Just fucking go back to where you came from. We got it, okay? It's all gone. Just take you and your bullshit story and get the fuck out of here. That's what I would say. Anyway, Christianity is a curse. It's a psychological psyop. The whole salvation, Messiah thing. We know those people, you know, those people who perpetrated this whole fucking thing. It's all a military psyop. Anyway, Hypatia, the video coming out, it's heavy. It is, wow. I mean, I can't wait for you to watch it. It's going to really be good. You know, Rachel Weisz did the movie Agora. She did a depiction of Hypatia, and it's pretty heavy to watch. Anyway, I hope I can get that out next. But back to this thing again, where are we at my time limit? 15 minutes. The whole salvation thing is you turning over your agency, power, and authority to these people so they can run and control us. It's all about control. So we don't even know, we don't even realize the power and authority that we have. And just like in the Conan movie, where they come in and they slaughter everybody. Oh, get this. Over on my lunch break, that's what I'll talk about. He did a video where he showed these, you know, in France where they have all those underground crypts, I forget what they're called, where all they found out there's millions and millions of bodies down there, where all the skulls are all organized and so forth, and they're all over the world. You know what else they found out? All those churches are sitting on top of them. And you think, what the hell is that all about? Why are all these cathedrals sitting on top of all these massive burial grounds? There's a reason for that. Wait till you, oh my God, wait till you see this shit. Anyway, we ain't been here that long. Okay, I'm out. I'm going to finish it there. Hope everyone's doing good. Thank you again for your continued support of my channel. And, you know, John Lamb Lash said today, and I was listening to one of his, at some point in time, when the fuck are you going to get pissed? When is enough going to be enough that we fucking stand up and we take this shit back and we regain our power? What is it going to take? I love you. I'm out.